Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, aDudemanbro, and I hope you all are having a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for tuning into the video. If you haven't checked out my last video, it is a video based on the new giveaway that I'm going to be doing. You know, you guys are going to be able to pick the stocks. So if you haven't checked out that video, please go ahead and check that out. Anyway, this is going to be my weekly picks for next week. I think we have a whole lot of things that's going on next week. We have a bunch of stocks that we're going to be reviewing here right now. So I'm just going to jump right into this. So let me bring up Webull. So there's quite a lot on here. We actually have a bunch of shipping conferences going on next week. So I actually have two on the watch list, and one of them is SHIP. This one has seen a lot of volatility over the last couple of months, but there was a lot of buying going on Friday, and I think that is due to the different conferences that are going on next week. We have almost the whole entire week from the 13th all the way to the 15th. I believe there's going to be different maritime conferences going on with different shipping schedules and different shipping information. And I do know that this is basically the not the start of the very busy season for shipping companies, but this is basically the very end slash it goes through all of October and into a little bit of November. So I think that we have possibilities to see some very big gains, and almost I even see SHIP possibly going to $1 next week, especially based off of the volume and the news. So I'm going to be looking at this one for Monday for an entry. I'd be pretty happy with anything under 50 cents. I think that's a pretty safe bet. But another one I wanted to kind of bring up is EGLE Bulk. That is stock ticker EGLE. And this is another one. It's a little bit more expensive, but I think that it is a better quality stock that's not going to be as volatile. A couple things I want to bring up about this is the recent insider buys that has been about 5 in the last 3 months. 13,000 shares have been bought. Also, institutional holdings is at 80%. There's been a lot of ads in the last couple of months. And then also, the last thing I want to bring up is the price targets on here. It has a low of $21 and a high of about $42, and they've been upgraded and reiterated buys for the last 3 to 4 months. So this one I actually think is a very good buy. It's at $17.25 right now. I can easily see this one going to about $20. I think that is pretty much a no-brainer. They seem to be, the chart is looking pretty good. We've been seeing a lot of buying in the past couple of months and slash days. I think with the whole conferences coming up that you could see some very big gains with this one. So I wanted to say those two are probably my two top ones for different shipping companies. Tops is on that list too, but that one is a little bit too volatile. It's burnt me once or twice, so I'm not a huge fan of Tops. This one I think is a pretty solid if you have a little bit more capital and you're not going for the penny stocks. This one might be a very good hold for the rest of the year, and you might get $3 to $4 gains on this one. So next one I want to talk about is one I haven't talked about in a little while, and I'm sorry I haven't because it's been kind of blowing up. I did bring it to you at about $10, and it's in at almost $17 right now. So if you did buy in when I first announced it, you'd be up almost $7 a share. BEEM, this company is, I feel like I say it enough, this one is a very underappreciated stock right now. It is not getting the type of volume and the appreciation that it deserves right now for sure. It's not on a lot of people's radar, and I think that is good because there's still time to get in before it pops up. I think that this one still has possibilities to double from where it's at now. It's a huge company. I'm going to be putting in the description below my DD on my last video. In the last video, I covered the stock in. If you want to check that video out, I go over a lot of the information. They have some very big catalysts coming up, and the company could be huge. Renewable energy and that sector, like I said, has been outrageous lately. So next one I want to talk about is ADMP, and this is one that I also talked about in the past. There's been so much buying. There was a couple blocks of 50 to 25,000 shares that were bought on Friday, and if we bring up some other things going on, they have a PDUFA that is for November 15th. So we're still about a month away. This one I kind of want to tell you guys this is going to be like a long hold until next month. Be careful with this one though, because there's a lot of Twitter people and a lot of other investors who are pumping this, so please be careful about this one. Don't just go all in expecting it to triple. It's a possibility to happen for sure. If you don't have a day trade to be able to sell out right away, I would probably hold off on this one because we might see a sharp incline and then a sharp decline right away, and you might be stuck as a bag holder for another month, and you might need to use that capital for something else. So I do hesitant people on this one, but I'm going to be probably trying to pick up some shares under $1. I think it's pretty safe under $1, but I think it might even go down right after this month, and it might be a good time to pick it up for next month for that catalyst that's coming up. So next one I want to talk about is one I talked about in my last video. I will be putting that in the description below with all my DD. It was a subscriber pick for my new investing series giveaway. So I think it has some very good promise for this one. A lot of catalysts is coming up and could go pretty huge. So next one I want to talk about is another one I talked about, but I'm still holding, and I'm looking for a very good upside. $1.50 to $2 is my price target on this, and I think we might see it next week or by at least the end of this month. I'm hoping. So this one's kind of just holding for right now, but I kind of wanted to bring it up so everyone knows that I'm still holding it and I still have a lot of love for it. So next one I want to bring up is one that I talked about on Instagram, actually, if I bring that one up. I posted an Instagram and a Twitter post, and I said I took some PIXY on an overreaction to an offering. The offering was for $3, and I actually bought about 350 shares at $2.70. I see this one easily $3.25. So, I mean, that's a 55-cent gain from where it's at right now. It did close after hours at, it's not shown here, but about $2.84. So I'm already up about 14 cents on this one. There was some huge buys on Friday, so I easily see this one going to $3.25 to $3.50. That's my price target for it, but it has room to even go up to $4. It's went there a few times. So I have a lot of, I think it's still at 2080 cents. You know, you're still under what the offering is. It's not too late to get into this one, and I see it going big. Even, you know, on Friday it was definitely oversold, so that's a very good sign that we're in for a blast off, and this one could go crazy the following months coming up. So next two I'm going to talk about are Bitcoin related. These are two stocks that I talked about in my last video, not the last video, but the last week's video. Keep an eye out on Mara and Riot. Both of these are very, very underappreciated, undervalued, I think, in my opinion. With crypto going up like crazy, I see this one going to $4 again here very soon. We haven't had a whole lot of news. Honestly, there's been a lot of consolidation, so that's a very good sign for price action to be going up and to start that uptrend. And I think the last couple of closings we are in the works to see a uptrend, a breaking down trend and going uptrend. That's very good news for Mara, and Riot is in the same boat. This one's actually looking even a little bit better, and I could see this one easily going up $1 to 50 cents next week and in the coming weeks too. So keep an eye on those two. Next one I want to talk about is one of my marijuana stock plays, and this one is kind of crazy. We've seen a lot of buying going on last week with the sector of marijuana stocks. They've been in an uptrend for sure. We've seen a lot of buying going on, and I like this one a lot. APHA. There's a lot of rumors going on that two different companies are in the works to buy them out. I think that this is a good hold all around, because if we do have any news of that happening, the stock's going to double at least. It's probably going to go to $10. So that's one good side, and I don't think that there's very much bad side. I have like a stop loss at, I would say, about $5. I mean, you could possibly lose 75 cents on this, but I think the risk to reward is so great on this one. If we can bring up some articles here. So they have an earning date of actually this week. So that's the catalyst that we're going to be looking at for this week. And, you know, with the sector been blowing up, I could see some very positive and a lot of holds. I wouldn't recommend holding through earnings. I think we might have a big dip on October 15th. But that's kind of a risk that you always have to take with earnings. But next thing I want to bring up is institutional holdings. We're at about 11% with 9,600,000 shares that have been increased. and only 2 million decreased. That shows a lot of buying going on, and with the rumor of them being bought out too, I think that that's what the institutions are banking on. And if that does happen, like I said, this one will easily double. And you can see, because the rumor is either stock ticker weed, or the stock ticker CGC, Cannabis Growth, are the ones that are in talks to buy them. There's been a lot of Twitter and other rumors that have been going on. You can't always take that into consideration 100%, but I think it's the risk to reward for this one is worth it. So keep an eye on it. Next one I want to go in is IGC, and this is another one that is with the cannabis stocks, and not just these two stocks with the sector building up too. We also have a conference going on. I don't have that up right now, but there's a conference, a bunch of different companies next week, and that's another catalyst. That's for a lot of marijuana companies. This one's seen so much buying on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of last week. I think that that's a lot of people that are banking on next week's catalyst. So it's not too late to get in, but I would kind of be careful about the price right now, because that could just be buying up, and people are going to start selling out once it starts going 20-30%. Don't go in when it's already up at 30%. The risk to reward is a lot less right about then. So definitely, that leads me kind of into my spiel. Please trade your own plan. Don't just take someone's word 100%. Do your own DD. Once you do that, you're literally going to be unstoppable. Once you know why a stock goes up and a stock goes down, going to be able to trade and make so much money and not have very many losses. But then anyway, that's the spiel. Next one I want to talk about is stock ticker KERN, and this is another cannabis. These three are all cannabis stocks. The sector's going crazy right now, and we're seeing a lot of positive things coming up for them. This was actually just added to the conference that they're going to be in for the major cannabis companies that are going to be having a conference. A lot of buying going on. Like I said, this one had probably 100,000 shares at almost the very end of the day on Friday that were bought up. So I would definitely look at this one, and this one might possibly be a 2 to 3 day swing, and you might see upwards of $5 plus on this one. So a couple things I wanted to bring up in some articles. There's been 2 open market buys in the last 3 months at 58,000 shares. Also, the institutional holdings are almost 10%, with 1 million shares have been increased in the last couple of months, with only 60,000 that have been decreased. So like a tenth of those. So I see definitely some money to be made on this one. Check out this one. Definitely add it to your watch list, because I could see it going big next week. So last one I want to talk about is SPPI, and this is a pharma company. If we bring up they have an PDUFA for October 24th, so this is a perfect time to jump into this for that upcoming catalyst. They've been very successful. That makes me very bullish on this stock. I could easily see it going almost to $10, honestly. I see it almost doubling. My minimum price target on this is going to be $7. I think is a very reasonable price target on this. If we bring up the different price targets for analysts, this one was from last month. They have a price target of $12, $13, $7, and that's the minimum, and $8, like all from like last month to the month before. This stock has very good potential. Like I said, if you get into it this week, I think it's going to be the lowest it's going to be, and we're going to be riding that wave into the catalyst coming up, and we could see some major gains and some awesome price action. So that's the video. I hope you all enjoyed it very much. Please leave in the comments below what you guys are watching for the following week. Also, let me know in the comments below what you had going on this weekend. Did you do anything fun? I love conversing with you guys in the comments below. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for all the love that everyone's been showing in the last couple of videos. Our subscriber base has been going up crazy, and I cannot thank you guys enough, honestly. If you liked this video, please leave a comment or a like. If you're not subscribed, think about subscribing. You can always unsubscribe later, I promise. If I don't, make you at least a little bit of money, or pick 1 or 2 good stocks, feel free. But anyway, if you want to follow me on any social media, I have my Instagram, Twitter, and Patreon in the description below. I also have my Robinhood and Webull referral links if you want to check out any of those platforms. And if you want to use my referral link, you'll get a free stock, and so will I. And all of that money and anything that's donated gets put directly back into my videos with equipment, green screen stuff, giveaways. All that stuff goes right back to you guys, and I hope you guys really enjoy these videos because I try to make them as best as I can. But anyway, that's the video. I hope we're gonna kill it next week. I have a really good feeling about next week. Hopefully we get some stimulus package news that will rocket all these plays super crazy, and that's what I'm hoping for, and that's what I think is gonna happen. But anyway, you guys stay classy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, yo.